Did you ever see that machine before? No, eh? I will explain a little bit how it works. People like you ask us, how can we test a grease or the type of lubricant without putting on expensive equipment? This is the reason why the ASTM came out with a machine like this. How it works is very easy. We have around 5 amps. What do? We put the grease here. While it's turning, we take a bearing and just lock it. And we put pressure. Each pound of pressure here, it's 7,000 pounds at the contact point. But at the same time, it should stay around 5 amps. If it go up, it's because the motor has restriction and we can see the wear. Okay, what type of grease do you have, sir? You're using Lubrilab Grease. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we see how it works. Just put that here. Okay. See, 2 pounds, sir. 2 pounds. See the ampere meter is going literally the other end. That's it. Now we'll show you the results. If you look closely on that bearing, very closely, you will see how it becomes very, very flat and very dull. If you put your hands, your finger, over it, you can see all the ridges. So this is what your grease did. Now, I will not turn my bearing yet. I just would like to show you how my grease works, and after that I will turn it. Okay? So, this is what we use for the type of bearing you have. We call this grease S350. And what is really nice about that grease, you can go from -40 to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, let's have a look now how it works. Okay. How much we were at before? 2 pounds? Yes, okay, 2 pounds. Okay, we go. 6 pounds. As you can see, never move. We start 5 amps. 10 pounds. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, it can take a lot of load. Now, I would like to show you the results of it. If you touch again the surface, you will see it's become extremely shiny and very polished, and you don't feel the ridge anymore. Why? It's very easy. As you know, metal is never flat. It's very porous. So what did my grease? It went inside of the metal and sealed it. Seal this part, and leave a coat of oil between the 2 parts. So when the load arrived, the grease took the load instead of the metal. Now what I will do, I will just turn it and show you again the demonstration. As you can see, it's very round, completely round. So we just remove this grease out of it. And we put again some grease. What we use inside of it, it's what we call complex calcium sulfate. It's a byproduct of animal fat and lime. This is what we are using inside of it. So, put that again. Okay, maximum we were able to do with yours, it was 2 pounds. We are already at 5 pounds. As you can see, it does not move. We stay exactly the same thing. 8 pounds, 9 pounds, 10 pounds, 11, 12, 13, 14. So imagine when your equipment receives shocks, the grease takes always the load. Imagine when you hit a hole or change load over the equipment. The grease literally takes that load. So now we can see the results of it. Just clean it a little bit. If you look very closely, you will see almost no flat spot. Why? It's because, as I said earlier, the grease took the load. Now, maybe you're working in a wet environment. Oh yes, you're working in a wet environment. Okay, part of the equipment is exposed to water. So see what we can do with it. I will just put back some grease here. And we put a little bit of water in the container. Cup. Water. Okay. Even in the water, it does not break down. Why? Because the extreme pressure agent inside of it is not water soluble. So if you can try to break it, you cannot. It's made that way. And it's environmentally friendly. You can use that in electrical motor. You will never short the motor because we have no heavy metal in it. And it will continue to protect it. So imagine now, you have one of your employees, you know, but instead of arriving at 7:30, I arrive at 8:15. And all the people are waiting for him. And naturally, he forgot to grease because he has no time. But see, it's still protecting your parts. Why? Because the grease is inside of the mill. And in our field, we call that stupid proof. So it will really protect against some negligence due by people. Sometimes they don't think about it. And if you look very closely, we have exactly the same amount of wear we had when we started. That product will be good for you, isn't it? So how